Hey guys, this is Dana from Pop Goulash. I wanted to make sure that you knew how to reach us. Find us on Facebook under Pop Goulash. You can also find us on Twitter at Pop Goulash. We also have a phone number, and we definitely want you guys to give us a call with your thoughts, opinions, whatever, show ideas. That phone number is 224-325-4235. And you can also shoot us an email at popgoulash42@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. Strap on your goggles, bitches. It's time for Pop Goulash. I'm Ruben. And actually, tonight, my friends, we have two special guests in-house. Dana and Carlos are both out tonight.
Carlos the Greeksican.
Carlos, our Greeksican friend, and Dana is actually out at the Tori Amos concert tonight. So I am sitting here in studio with two of my closest friends, and I literally can say that. But they have their own podcast called It's All Broke, which I just guested on. And it's very politically minded, so if you are politically minded, please check out their podcast. It's actually pretty good.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Amazingly,
Considering that we skirt political topics on this podcast, and I think that Schlitz is getting warm there, son.
This is probably good for us because it's good for us to get out of our political zone for a while.
So,
thank you for having us.
Anytime,
Ruben, by the way.
Anytime, brother.
We appreciate it.
Anytime.
Yes.
Thanks, brother.
So, I'm sitting in the studio here with Tom and Chris of It's All Broke.
What's happening?
I'm Chris. That's Tom.
I'm Tom.
So, Tom actually was on the podcast quite some time ago.
I was an early guest.
We had a
episode.
I don't know. We had
teens
two
or 20 something. Like
yeah,
that.
you were on. We actually split your episode into two.
Yep.
Which I regret.
I remember that one
because the second episode, for whatever fucking reason, got less downloads than the first episode.
It's because of Tom.
Yeah. It was my fault.
Tom didn't tell his friends. But yeah, so we
Tom has friends.
Well, I don't have any. Well, Chris is here.
So. That's true. Yeah.
Chris
and
Ruben
and
downloading and downloading.
Try to download from different IPs.
Yeah. So we're I'm sitting here with Chris and Tom from It's All Broke. They just actually started their podcast. So you got what? As of our recording,
you were on episode. I believe it's.
You were on episode 6.
Okay.
And then we had a bonus episode. We have our intro.
I think we technically have
seven and a half,
something like that. Episodes.
Yeah. For us, we're kind of in the same boat because Dana did a 0.5 episode, and I did 2.5 episodes. Because I went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy and then came directly home.
Nice.
Because at that point in time,
the old one, dipshit.
Hey.
Yeah.
At that point in time in my career, I was able to skirt off on a Friday and go see a movie. So I went off and saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and then came home and podcasted for it was a half-hour podcast. I just potted immediately.
Just one of those
brain dump. This is the movie, no spoilers, but I love this fucking movie.
Yeah.
And we've had a couple 0.5 episodes, and then our 0 issue. So.
Yeah, we kind of did a similar thing where we have, I think it's 6.5, 7, something like that.
I think it's 7.5 because we had our bonus rounds episode,
and then the zero episode.
The zero episode. Yeah.
So if you're into politics, definitely.
And it's politics from a different point of view. It's we have fun with it. We're very center, fuck the government kind of thing.
Well, Tom's a libertarian anarchist, and Chris is pretty much a libertarian.
I consider myself constitutionalist. Yeah.
So
but that's the last we'll talk politics.
Yeah, as I say, it's mostly politics and then a lot of bullshit. But yeah, I'm excited to get into this.
Yeah. So as we're in your podcast, Tom comes with and you as well, Chris, come with a list of topics.
Yep.
we just kind of let it go.
Sweet.
See what happens,
This
man.
is the best.
Do I have to take my pants off for this?
Yes.
Well, if you want to, I mean, feel free. We're in the hood cave for this shit. Chris, keep your pants on. Nobody wants to see that shit.
Sorry. Got it. All right.
So, but yeah, no, I'm glad to have you, Tom. It's great to have you back,
We
Chris.
appreciate you having us, man.
Time for
cheers
for having you. Cheers, clinkies.
It's a pleasure being here. Thanks
Dude,
for having
seriously,
me.
Chris brought Schlitz.
I did.
God's less shitty beer.
One of the
And surprisingly,
one more thing about It's All Broke. So we're going to start a new segment. What shit is Chris drinking this week?
Yeah, this week it's Schlitz.
Schlitz. Yeah, well, it's funny because we have a Minneapolis correspondent that calls in from time to time, Jesse.
Jesse, right?
And from the land of clear blue waters.
I'm an avid listener. I've heard Jesse a couple times.
And
Land of a Thousand Lakes.
The land of clear blue waters is also the motto of Ham's Beer.
Ham's the beer.
That's coming up one of these days.
And that stupid fucking bear. But like
those were the greatest commercials.
Dude,
though. Come on, man.
Dude, it was like
I don't know, man. The Bud Ice doobie doobie doo.
Nobody enjoys Bud Ice.
You're too young to understand the Ham's commercial with the bear and the guy with the beard, the Grizzly Adams dude with the beer.
I've seen
and he
the
had
commercial.
the Ham's.
Dude, seeing it on YouTube is not the same thing as seeing it on broadcast television.
Shut up, Ruben. Nobody asked your opinion.
It's my podcast.
That's true. It is your. So everybody asked your opinion.
Chris is probably about what you're like 36?
33.
33? All right, so fuck you, Chris.
No thanks. I'm married.
I'm asking you to fuck yourself at this point.
$20 is $20 though.
I'm not telling you. Don't ask me.
Yeah. Well, Tom, we know you're like 43.
He's a lot older
I wish
than that.
I was 43.
Yeah.
Seriously?
That would be nice.
Really?
I will be 47 this year.
Really? Shit,
I will be 47 in a month.
I'm hitting 40 in about a month.
You can send
and a
your
half.
birthday checks to Tom.
Tom at fucking.
Tom at
And the
Pop
best
Goulash.
part is, everybody, we're all best friends. That's
we're close,
the coolest
man.
part. Yeah,
we're all close, man.
Well,
we've been through hell and back together. Well, I mean,
I don't know,
Tom
you
is,
guys.
yeah,
Whatever.
Tom's kind of whatever.
Tom
but
stood in my wedding. Chris hated me for a long time.
Ruben hated me for a long
I
time.
never hated you, my friend.
I never really hated you.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Ruben is one of the.
It was
Ruben
his
is one of the.
fault.
I don't blame Tom for it.
No, you can blame me. I don't give a fuck. I'm an asshole. I don't care.
No, I never. Chris, honestly, brother, I never hated you.
To be honest,
I fucked
never
with
really.
you. I fucked with you
I know you
because
did.
I fucked with everybody.
Are you guys going to suck each other's dicks?
Maybe. No, we said that at the same time. That's way too awkward. No,
69, dude.
Okay, you guys also got to remember at the time. This was several years ago.
Chris
So
also had like paper thin skin at the time too.
Tom and I have talked about this a lot, where the human brain doesn't really mature. I mean, to call an 18-year-old
25.
to call an 18-year-old an adult is a joke, right? So at least until 25. So when early on when we were getting to know each other, I wasn't completely all there, and I arguably still am not. But
Nope.
Really?
Listen,
Really?
I do a podcast with him,
Really?
and I'm just going to say,
Really?
He's not
Can I finish?
fucking there.
Can I
finish?
Not-
Can I finish?
Can I finish?
Not
All of a sudden
there.
he's Canadian. Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish?
Can I finish?
I'm finished.
I did. Ruben and I had some issues. I definitely think I had more of an issue with it than he did.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Ruben and I had some issues
It's
too.
water under the bridge, man. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
we've
you
all
know?
had issues. Fuck, man.
That's where we've been through the best, we've been through the worst. The bottom line is, if I need to call somebody at 2:30 in the morning and need to,
Either one of these two fuckers.
I'm going to call. I'm going
I'd
to call one
rather
of
you
these two
not
guys.
call me. I'll be
call you.
sleeping. I'd rather you
The
not
only
call me.
question that these guys
Giles
are
will kick you out of bed.
the only question that these guys are allowed to ask me if I call them at 2:30 in the morning is, do I need to bring my own shovel?
Do I need to bring a shovel or do I need to bring bail money? Which
Right.
one?
Absolutely.
Well, no, I would expect
Real
you to,
friends,
I would expect you to be
just
sitting
remember-
next to me saying, "Damn, that was fun."
Friends help you move. Real friends help you move bodies.
Right.
A friend will bail you out of jail. A real
Dude.
friend will be sitting next to you saying, "Damn, that was
That
fun."
was a good time.
Right. Hold my beer.
Hold my
You know, we're
Hold my beer, watch
you
this.
know, we're really kind of hijacking Ruben's podcast. We
That's
should
okay.
say
He
that.
hijacked It's All Broke,
That's,
so fuck him.
that's true.
Yeah, I was just on their most recent podcast, but yeah, no, like, dude, I've had some crazy fuck dreams recently.
Yeah?
like I've had dreams.
You've been talking about this. You're fucking... Haven't you? Oh no, where have I fucking?
Possibly.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It could have been me.
You know what?
I'm on some new sleeping.
Okay,
bags.
so wait, no, this is no joke. I legitimately. So if you listened, or if you go back, and if you are a regular Pop Goulash listener, and you go back to It's All Broke, you will realize that at one point Ruben confused It's All Broke with the Joe Rogan podcast. And
yes.
I just confused Pop Goulash with the Joe Rogan podcast because Rogan has been doing Sober October, and his fucking dreams have been fucked up too.
Dude.
So your dreams, what now? You're having some fucked up dreams?
I had a dream but it was right before my wife left for her business trip. But like,
is this appropriate for a podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude. I was just checking.
This is Pop Goulash, not It's All Broke.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Mrs. Hood was fine with it, but no, like I weirdly I have this podcast. I've had a few whiskeys and a couple beers.
We've been drinking all night.
We've been drinking since for about the last 2.5 hours.
I'm going to swear a lot.
That's okay. Swearing is
just so you know.
It's actually required on the Pop Goulash podcast.
Those of you who might be It's All Broke listeners, I'm going to swear a real fucking
So
lot.
you know those things that you press your thumb and you count with? I'm going to go buy one of those.
Beautiful.
Chris is going to be a third base ump.
Go on, Ruben.
So
your dreams?
No, I've had this weird
Wet
dream.
dreams?
Like I've had this reoccurring dream where like my ex, whom I was engaged to like about 10 years before I met my wife.
I think I remember this.
No, you never met her.
No, but I think I remember you talking about this.
But I had this dream where that she and I had murdered somebody. Oh. And like cut them up in our bathroom. And I just had a dream recently. What the fuck are you showing, Chris?
I just
He just bought something on Amazon.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck he
told
bought.
you.
Unless it's something that's gonna enhance the Pop Goulash experience.
Oh, he's gonna.
The fuck?
He bought a
It's
counter.
a glass dildo,
He bought a one of those clicker counters, the umpire counters, so he can count how many times I fucking swear on the
What
podcast.
does this have to do with an
Fuck
umpire?
you. Here.
Okay, here's a weird
It's not an
tangent.
Do you
umpire.
understand
Whatever.
baseball? Oh no, you don't understand baseball. You're a
When I was a
Sox fan.
kid, one of my first cassette tapes that I bought, my uncle had
wanna be
introduced
here.
me to
Yeah, you do.
They're paying me to
shut
be
up.
here.
I don't
Shut
even
up.
know
Shut
why
up.
I do
When
this.
you were one of the
kid.
first things you bought as a kid.
When I was a kid, my uncle actually had introduced me to comedy.
Okay.
So it'd be Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. So one of the first Eddie Murphy tapes that I ever bought was his very first cassette, Eddie Murphy Comedian,
Okay.
which was before Delirious came
Before
out.
Delirious.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Before Raw.
I literally sat at my desk as like a 7-year-old kid doing tally marks for every time he said fuck. Because what else are you going to do when you're like 7 or 8 years old?
Right. And somebody lets you listen to an album that has fuck on it.
Right. Yeah, maybe that's why I am how I am today.
I think there's some psychoanalysts that could fucking look at all three of us and just go,
There's some psychoanalysts that can make a career out of the three of us.
As I had talked on one of our previous episodes here, that I am in therapy. I do struggle with depression.
So do I.
I am on antidepressants now and enjoying a beer.
I am not on antidepressants. I have, however, had more than enough to drink. Yeah.
I already told these two if they need to. Honestly, at this point, we have a guest room. If you need to, Chris is drinking beer like a pussy or drinking water like a pussy. If one of you needs to crash, or even if both of you need to crash tonight, you are more than welcome to stay here.
There's a good chance I'm sleeping on your basement floor.
That's fine.
With the dog?
Well, it would be better than
the dog's been trying to hump your leg all night.
Where you guys found me on your bachelor party, where I was in my car in the driveway. Yeah.
Actually, I think Adam found you in the car.
Wow. First, he did. Yeah. That was fun. That was what was worse. What was worse about that was your bachelor party happened to be like it was like the old days where it was legitimately the day before your wedding.
Literally.
Wow.
But
The day before
sadly,
your wedding.
no strippers. We could literally have gone
No.
4.5 miles to the southwest of us, and Blackjack's is right there.
Right. And all we did,
Dude, do you guys want to
We
go to
hit-
Blackjack's tonight?
but we had it.
Can we podcast there?
I have
Possibly.
$1 in my pocket.
I have nothing. I got credit.
I'm good.
There's a Chase bank.
So I'll go. No, I
got
don't need
Chase.
Chase. I don't need Chase. I have the $1. That's
Dude,
all I
the
need.
Treasury Department at our house would kill me.
But what was worse
Blackjack's, though, dude.
was
Full nude.
I know, right? But
Now.
that's what I hear. But what was worse about your bachelor party and your wedding was that it was the night before your wedding was your bachelor party, and I was. Well, let's just say I was overserved.
Let's just say this. Hold on. Wait. I will qualify that. Wait. You weren't there, motherfucker.
No, I know, but you overserved. Really? Really?
Yes.
Overserved?
I was
Tom,
overserved.
You are full of shit.
I was
Overserved. Sorry, Ruben. Go ahead.
Overserved.
I literally still have the bottle of Johnny Walker
The
Red.
Johnny Walker Red bottle.
It's right on the other side of
Well,
the
that's
wall.
because that's all that Target was selling, or Walmart, wherever we went to.
Dude, there are like 4 liquor stores.
I know, but we went to Walmart or Target to buy the booze.
Well, why did you go to Walmart or Target?
I don't know. But
Like, of course Walmart's going to sell Johnny Walker
okay,
Red.
but my point in this story is this: the day of your wedding, it was so fucking hot.
Dude, it was ridiculous hot.
It was 90-something degrees.
And it poured. It fucking poured that
So it was fucking humid as fuck, and it poured in the morning, and then like everything broke. So there was no cloud, there was no nothing. It was just sun, and it was fucking heat.
I'm
and I
really
was
a fucking
standing
moron
there
because I can't find the bottle.
I was standing there with my fucking bald head. While you guys were on the fucking river in fucking where we're
St. Charles.
St. Charles, on the river in St. Charles,
We
standing there
got
with my
married.
bald head under the sun in fucking 90
Dude,
plus degree
I remember
fucking
you were
temperatures.
dying.
And
I
all
could not stop sweating.
In
It
all
was
fairness,
horrible.
In all fairness, you are not the only bald-headed guy in my fucking
No,
bachelor
but I was
party.
the only bald-headed guy suffering from a fucking hangover. Like, I was so. And
One of the things I
and I
remember
feel bad
was-
for that. I do kind of feel bad in a way.
You were fine,
But,
it's not like
dude.
you had to hand me the rings. Like,
I wouldn't have known where the rings were.
like
There
rings.
was
I don't
no
know.
way.
I don't even know what that word means.
I'm fairly certain I was still drunk
you may have
at
been.
your
probably
wedding.
were.
I just know that I probably lost 5 pounds standing there in that tuxedo. I
Yeah.
was just
Yeah, because
horrible.
you and Jonesy went to the mall with me that day to get
Yes.
my fucking chucks.
To buy your Batman
My
chucks.
Batman-
Well, imagine
Chuck's-
how Jonesy felt with that beard.
Jonesy,
He didn't have a beard.
Did he not have the beard?
No beard at
I
the
don't.
time.
I don't know when he has a beard and when he
No,
doesn't have
because
a
you were
beard.
sitting up in the balcony with Plesnikar.
Right.
I don't know.
You were up there with Pleasantcar. Jonesy had no beard at the time.
No, yeah, Jonesy. Actually,
Dude, I can't remember what I had for
Jonesy's a
breakfast,
friend of
so-
ours.
yeah, Jonesy
Who
and
lives
Steve
in Texas now.
of Kiss the Sky fame. Actually,
Right.
both of them shaved for the wedding.
Yes,
Oh.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Jonesy looks like David fucking Crowder at this point, but plus
His
like
beard
60
is
pounds.
His
It's
beard
ridiculous.
is that thing is fucking. That thing's to his fucking belly button.
You kind of
Yeah.
wonder what's living in there.
There's all kind of
Birds
fucking
and
squirrels and
shit.
shit in there.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
So-
like,
Yep,
because
yep.
I haven't seen Jonesy in about a year. I went down there to see him last summer, but I just haven't had an opportunity to. Get
Last
down there and
I
he's-
talked to him, he's now working at home.
Yeah,
'Cause he was
yeah.
he was talking to me
Yeah.
about how's the work from home stuff because
He's-
I've worked from home for years and
Well, he was working for a mega church and realized
Right.
that like once
and
he
now
saw
he's
how
working
this-
for a consulting firm and he was asking me how the work from home thing is. And the problem is with Jonesy is he and I are completely opposite personalities. Like for me,
Chris, remember, I don't edit anything out of this podcast.
I know.
So if there's anything you don't want to say,
No.
make sure you don't say
No,
that shit because I
know.
put this shit up
No,
as
I
is.
know. I'm saying he and I are completely opposite personalities in that I can have a movie on in the background and it doesn't bother me, but where for Jonesy, it's a total distraction.
Same here.
And so he was coming. So the point that I'm trying to make is coming to me for work from home advice. Probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the 20 minutes of background between
There's your intro.
how Chris
There's your intro,
and
yeah.
Tom and I all know each other. So
Can I just bring up something real quick?
sure.
No. Again, let me reiterate that Chris and I have our own podcast, and that's why I can give him shit.
It's all broke.
You would give me shit whether we had our own podcast or not.
Well, that's a
truly.
good point.
I was actually going to suggest doing breakfast after this, but whatever.
So this is about pop culture, current
Sure.
stuff, right? The Orville.
Yeah.
Great fucking show, man. Oh my god, I'm fucking hooked.
What
That
is
is
The
a
Orville?
It's Seth MacFarlane's.
How did I not know this?
It's Seth MacFarlane's new sci-fi
Star Trek show.
It's Star
really?
Trek, where Seth MacFarlane is the captain and his ex-wife is the first officer.
You're such a fucking nerd.
Yeah, I am. But this show is fucking awesome. Have you
haven't seen
watched
it.
it?
I have not.
Oh, dude, it is fucking
Dude,
amazing.
my TV watching fucking schedule
Schedule?
actually resembles Tom's podcasting schedule.
What? Huh?
That makes no sense.
No,
confused.
it does, because the amount of TV programs that I watch matches the amount of podcasts
Oh.
that Tom listens to.
Yes, I have in my podcast queue. I have at least, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. I got a new phone. I got a new phone. I got a new
problem
phone
is,
last
well-
week, and I
well-
have 17
While
podcasts.
Tom's over there
in my
mathing,
fucking-
the
Honestly-
problem is I don't listen to many podcasts.
Honestly, like, I'm feeling inferior because Chris has the new iPhone 8.
I have the iPhone 8, yes.
and Tom has the new iPhone 8S.
No, I have the 7 Plus.
Oh, you got the 7 Plus? I've got the 6S like a fucking
so,
douchebag.
hold on. Tom,
I only have the 7 Plus.
Tom, explain why you have the 7 Plus.
You
This
didn't
is
want to pay for
great.
the 8?
No.
The 7.
This is great.
I have the 7
Why do you have the
Plus.
7 Plus?
Well, I have the 7 Plus because we migrated from AT&T. Fuck AT&T.
I love AT&T. You're an idiot.
Fuck AT&T.
I had Verizon.
Fuck
You're an
AT&T.
idiot. Shut up.
To T-Mobile. And I migrated to I migrated to T-Mobile, and I got the 7 Plus because it was cheap, and it was cheap for the Plus because
That's not the main reason you got the 7
no, I got the Plus because I wanted to watch TV on the train.
Exactly.
But I will say this: fuck you, AT&T, and here's why. Fuck you, AT&T.
You're aware that T-Mobile runs on AT&T's network, right?
Here's why. I'm going to pretend that they don't.
Oh, okay.
Here's why. Fuck you, AT&T, because you motherfuckers have screwed me now twice.
Explain.
So the first time I had a fucking dish, and I
Oh, so
canceled.
you're talking television as opposed to cell phone.
So wait,
Well,
you
first
didn't
time
just-
was for television.
You didn't just have
And I had
television.
fucking-
You had a fornicating television.
Listen, I had it. I'm gonna cut this really fucking short because this is fucking boring, and I'm just pissed. I had a fucking dish, and they wanted to fucking.
Where's
they,
my
they wanted
swear
to fucking
counter
pay me, and it's fuck you. And they wanted me to fucking pay them for the dish, and then they didn't want me to pay them, and then they said, "Oh no, it's your dish. You can keep it forever. We don't care what you do with it." So I threw it in the fucking crawl space, and then I got a bill 6 months later for the fucking dish that was sitting in the crawl space. Fuck you, AT&T. And now they're trying to charge me for the last month of service that I've had, which I didn't really have service because I had no fucking service. So
You had no bars.
fuck you, AT&T. You can go to hell. I don't fucking care.
Should have gotten
hope-
same day delivery
fuck
for
you.
that swear counter thing.
Yeah,
I'm going
Well,
to call that the Tom swear counter.
Listen, I've had now 2 whiskeys and 1, 2, 3, 4. This is beer number
The
5.
Schlitz don't count as a full beer.
They count. They're 16-ounce beers.
That's true.
They count.
It's a pint.
They count.
It's a pint of piss water, but I mean it's good beer.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'll pour another whiskey if I have to.
Heyo,
I got plenty of that.
you could drink my
anyway,
watered down.
fuck you,
shit.
AT&T. But this is about pop culture. Why am I getting
dude.
pissed off? This is about fun
I don't
shit.
know, because The Orville is a great show. I highly recommend it. It's
Really?
so funny. So there's
I heard it's Star Trek for people who don't care for Star Trek.
That's actually probably a pretty good way to put it. It's Star Trek for the Family Guy fan, because here's what you got. So you got Seth MacFarlane, who's the voice of Peter and Stewie and obviously all of that. But then you've also got Seth MacFarlane's character, who's the captain. His ex-wife is the first officer.
So he's Brian.
Basically, yeah. So you've got Brian as the captain, the ex-wife is the first officer, and then you have like the second officer, I guess you would call him, as this homosexual guy, but it's not really homosexual so much as his whole species. Everybody's male.
Okay.
So the male and the male get together, and then he lays an egg. And just recently, in one of the recent episodes, is this guy has to take 3 weeks off duty to sit on the egg, to take care of the egg. Okay, and then you have
delicious.
and then you have the chief of security, who's a really young woman, but this woman comes from a species that has crazy strength, so she can like throw people through walls and bend titanium and shit. And then you've got the helmsman that was kicked out of the Space Academy because he drew dicks everywhere. Like, he drew dicks on the screen, he drew dicks on all kinds of stuff. But he's the best pilot that they have in the Academy, so obviously that Seth MacFarlane's character wanted him to be the helmsman of this thing. And so all of these characters interacting, and none of them go by any form of military protocol at all. They all are always goofing off with each other.
You're expecting military protocol from a fucking television sitcom?
Well, if you think about shut the fuck up over there, for fuck's sake. Are you fucking kidding me? If you think about it from a Star Trek perspective, yeah, there is the military stance in the Star Trek. But when you look at it from the Seth MacFarlane angle, it's absolute hilarity that ensues on this show. And so it really is kind of the Star Trek for the non-Star Trek fan, or the Star Trek for the Family Guy fan. It's funny shit. I mean, you never.
I like Seth MacFarlane.
I
like the Family Guy.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane shot this alien dude, and then in that episode, his son walks out and he's like, "We met you."
Spoiler!
No, spoiler alert! This already. Would you shut the fuck up? For this just happened. So okay, yeah, spoiler alert. But it's also on all the commercials. It's also on all the previews. So it's not really a spoiler because you've probably seen it already. Where Seth MacFarlane says, "I'm trying to fill airtime while Tom went to piss and Ruben's playing on his phone."
Yes, I did.
Fuck you! I literally just picked up my phone.
Fuck. Right now,
I literally.
So Seth MacFarlane. Now you guys got me screwing this up.
Mind you, we've been drinking for quite some time at this point.
Those are the MacFarlane is the kind of word that's gonna fuck.
Anyway,
shit
this
up.
guy shoots the guy's dad, and then the kid walks up, and Seth says, "We mean you no harm." And his ex-wife says, "You just shot his dad." Well, aside from shooting your dad, we mean you no harm. Ruben, this is your podcast, dude.
Oh, fuck. Shit.
It's a good show.
Right on, dude. Yeah, no,
Long story short, it's a decent show. I should watch it.
I hate you.
That is one of my closest friends. And
Honestly,
I
though,
hate you. Why are we friends?
I'm not really sure.
I think both of us question that on a daily basis. That's why we're
And
friends.
quite often on the podcast as well.
Yes.
So, no, like, honestly, though...
I am trying to talk pop culture here, which is very difficult for me. You guys both know me. I listen to the
Chris
same...
is not a big pop culture
I listen
guy.
to the same 5 songs over and over. I watch Navy SEALs because it's the best movie ever.
Ooh, Navy SEALs.
I watch Navy SEALs because it's the best movie ever. I'm into something new, and I'm trying to talk about it. And you guys, and you're looking at me like I'm an asshole talking out of my butt. Which maybe I am.
Wait,
what do you think of Nickelback?
Wait.
Nickelback's fucking amazing. You shut the fuck up.
And there you have it.
All right.
Nickelback's actually not really that good.
He's on mic 4.
Honestly, I mostly just said that just to see what Tom's reaction would be. Okay, stop snoring. Listen, I'm trying to talk about something new, something fun.
Well, it's like when producer Jake starts talking about car stuff. I'm like,
I love when you guys. I love when you were Dana started asking Carlos questions, and Carlos is like, I don't know. I don't know who that is. I've never listened to that. I don't know who that is.
Carlos.
I wish they were here because I would have loved.
Honestly,
I've never met Dana or Carlos,
really
and I would have loved to have met them both.
Well, we'll get them in
we'll have to come back
the next time around for
Yes,
sure.
yes. Well, we'll have to get you guys. We'll have to get you guys down south.
I was going to say, we'll have the whole
Yeah,
cast
you
on here
have-
all broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, because you have way more inputs on your board than I have
Yes,
on mine.
yes. You have a
Just
what is it?
buy a
A four channel there.
You have
I-
a 16?
yes.
At the
I would
most.
love to get the three of you guys. We'd love to get the three of you guys down
absolutely.
south.
That'd
We'll
be
just
fun.
we'll set up a date for sure, and then we'll do a another twofer.
Awesome.
Wow.
I'm in.
Can we say that on here?
A twofer?
Yeah.
There's nothing bad about a twofer.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Orville, great show. Check it out. It's good.
I'll have to watch it. It
Word.
It's
sounds
really
interesting.
funny.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's your intro, Ruben.
Yeah, there we go. 30 minutes in, and we've talked about Orville for 15 of it.
Hey, listen, I had to cover something because Tom just gets up and randomly walks
I
away.
had to go take a piss.
He has to take a piss.
What do you want from me?
You're sitting over there playing on your phone. Okay, granted, it was for the last 5 seconds, maybe, but
Because you're talking about Orville.
ooh, burn! I'm gonna need some ice for that burn.
Yes, me too, because we need more whiskey. So, anyway. No, like, so...
Hold on.
Tom,
Let me open it up. Where's your glass?
Wait. No,
I'll
good
go
for
get
whiskey.
ice.
But wait. Dude, what's up with your glass? Chris?
Oh, that right
it
there.
hasn't moved.
Yeah.
Why are you being a bitch?
He's a girl.
Yeah.
Drink it. Drink it.
Did you
Actually,
Drink it.
Did
he's
you-
a girl would be
Did you see the memo?
would be
No.
insulting to women.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. May you please have another.
What are you doing with that? No, I just poured whiskey in that.
I know. I'm taking it to get ice.
I don't want white ice.
Motherfucker.
I just wanna drink
Okay,
it.
Chris. So if you go upstairs,
Yeah.
okay.
You
The
have to be
sink is
quiet.
right, like in the kitchen. I
will
don't
be
know where
quiet.
Kirsten is at this point. All right.
What should I get ice in? The glass that you brought ice down in, or the plastic cup that you brought ice in?
Tom
Dumb
is
shit
currently
over here
drinking
is
it.
drinking whiskey
Take
out here.
this and get glass. Get
No,
ice in
because
there.
you
Take that and get glass.
Take it ice in there.
Oh, get ice.
All right. So if you face the sink, Chris, to the right above it, there's a cupboard.
Okay.
Open that cupboard.
Okay.
Very top shelf.
Okay.
There are several cups.
Okay.
Grab those cups.
Okay.
Go over to the refrigerator.
All the cups.
So
Just
I'd
grab
like to talk
one.
about
Okay.
what's tickling my ears lately. I'd like to talk about what
I'm going to go
I've
get
been
ice because
listening
I
to.
don't need to hear this.
Yeah, so just grab one of the cups and from the refrigerator.
I
get some
have.
ice. Figure it
This
out.
is Tom, and I have been completely immersing myself in what would you call it, Ruben? Stoner rock,
Yeah.
sludge metal,
Yeah.
stoner metal,
Stoner rock, stoner metal, yeah.
Yeah. I've been
Fu Manchu.
Fu Manchu. I have been big
Clutch.
on Clutch.
Clutch is dope, dude.
Clutch is awesome. Helmet, great stuff. I have been. You know what I've been listening to like crazy though lately is the first Sasquatch album.
I do not know Sasquatch.
So neither did I. However, when we switched from AT&T to T-Mobile, one of the things we did was we went with a
Just for
Excuse
you,
me.
Tom. Just for you.
Yeah, I got
White
that when the
Sox-
Cleveland
White Sox
Indians
glass?
I don't
played.
need ice though. One of the things we
But
did
the White
was,
Sox glass was just for you. Fucker.
Well-
Show how appreciative you are.
Listen,
Jerk.
White
Stephanie,
Sox.
bitch.
Let's see. White Sox 2005, Cubs 2016. Oh, that's right, we won. So
Oh, that's
11
right. So
years.
do the Cubs.
one of the things.
Dumb
No,
fuck.
we won the race.
Didn't the Cubs win technically before the Sox did?
No.
Like in 1900?
Well, and in
something.
1919,
Sox
we
won
also
in
didn't
1917.
cheat
Anyway,
and get like all 9 of our players thrown out of the league.
I have been totally immersed in the latest Sasquatch, or not the latest, but I'm
Sasquatch?
sorry, the first Sasquatch album, which was like early 2000s or something. But so one of the things we did when we switched from AT&T to T-Mobile was my kids convinced me, Dad, we need to get a Spotify account. We need to get a Spotify. We need to get a paid Spotify account. And I never had one.
What's
So
the
we bought-
Sasquatch album?
Sasquatch. I believe it's called Sasquatch. Let me take a look. But so we went with a Spotify, the paid account for Spotify, and that was great and whatever. But yeah, it's Sasquatch with Chemical Lady and I've heard Chemical Lady before.
Okay, I'm downloading it now on Apple Music.
I've heard Chemical Lady and I've heard Dragonfly before. Those are the 2 songs I had heard before. But man, oh man, I'm a big fan of sludge metal. I'm a big fan of stoner rock. I love fucking Clutch. I love all of that shit. But when I heard this album on Spotify, I was like, holy fuck, this is what stoner metal, this is what stoner rock, sludge metal is supposed to be. This is just, it's aggressive. It's good shit, man. It's really, really good shit. And it's fucking great. So you have not heard Sasquatch before?
No, actually, I'm downloading that album that you're talking about.
It's good.
On
it's really, really good.
Apple Music
and
now.
it's like 10, 15 years old. I think it's from like early 2000s.
2004.
It's 2004. Okay.
So we're 13 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I don't listen to current stuff. I just don't. I find most of the current music to be shit.
Yeah, like I'm a huge Queens fan. Queens of the Stone Age.
Queens of the Stone Age. Yeah.
And their newest album, God damn it, I really want to like it. I really.
Is Hami?
He is.
Is he on there? I mean, he's Queens of the Stone
Yeah.
Age, right? So
I really, really want to like it. I really do, and I've listened to it several times, and
Yeah. it's just not there. It's not
there.
Well, you've been big on Jason Isbell lately and the 400.
Yeah, like
Which
Chris,
I love.
could you get me a bottle of water, please?
Yo, yeah. Here, you can have this one.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that just Jason Isbell. Like he was on XRT today. I don't know what song it was, but man, it was like I heard it. I'm like, that's Jason Isbell. It's good shit.
He's really, really freaking good. He's got one of my favorite songs of all time in Outfit with when he was with Drive By Truckers when he wrote and did Outfit, which is just one of the most emotional freaking best songs ever. And
Dude,
I know you and I have talked about this before, Chris, offline, off the podcast.
What's that?
That song Outfit, and I think I've mentioned this to you before. It's just such a great song. It's such a great song about dad and his kid and just but I love Jason Isbell.
dude,
I love
Cumberland
that shit.
Gapped off that
Newest,
Jason Isbell and the Nashville
400, the Nashville
400.
Sound, right? Nashville
Dude,
Sound.
Cumberland
is the album.
Gapped is my fucking jam, dude.
Yeah, it's a good shit, man. He's got some really, really fucking good shit. I love that whole. I don't know, what do you call it? It's not roots rock. It's southern rock.
Southern rock-ish.
It's well, and that brings up a good point. That brings up an interesting thing. I've been listening to a lot of Petty since he died,
Dude.
and I have realized just how much. And Chris, you and I talked about this on the podcast a couple weeks ago. Just how much Tom Petty influenced my musical.
Well, we were playing.
Yeah, it really
we were
did.
doing American Girl, and we were doing. Yeah, I'm such a huge fan of Tom Petty.
Petty was
I'm such a
amazing.
huge fan of like Damn the Torpedoes, and I realized just how much I love.
So you guys are more music nuts than I am. So I have a question for you. So on Facebook, I
Sure.
saw when Tom Petty passed,
Yeah.
I saw a couple of my friends say to those of you who are listening to Tom Petty a lot and have comments on him a lot now that he's passed away, like, fuck you. What do you guys think about that?
I don't. At all. Like, look, you know what?
Yeah.
Here's my thought. If you didn't get into somebody before they died, I'm sorry that you didn't get into
That's
them
kind of
before
how
they
I
died.
feel. Yeah.
But if it took them dying for them to even show up on your radar and now you're enjoying them, fuck yeah, man. Like,
yeah,
it
but
sucks that you don't get to see, you will never, ever, ever, ever have the opportunity to see them live.
I think I see both sides of the coin because, yeah, you won't have ever had the opportunity to see them live. But at the same time, like, why does it take death for you to appreciate
Well, all right.
the genius there? You
Understandably, but I'll challenge that.
know? Okay.
Your kids will have never known Tom Petty.
True.
Until you play them for
That's
him.
true.
So, like, I never got to see Led Zeppelin.
Or Jimi Hendrix or Led Zeppelin
or Lennon or John Lennon.
John Lennon.
or any of them. So, like, should we diminish their talent and their reach?
No,
because
but
we never got an opportunity.
No,
because
but
we weren't there as it was happening.
No, but I think that's different. Like, because
It's not, though.
I think it is a little bit because you had the opportunity. Okay, so maybe not when they're really young children, but when they're 30, 40, 50 years old and they don't really truly appreciate Tom Petty, but then he passes on.
But yeah,
I never saw Tom Petty. I got
to see him
I'm
twice.
just
Petty-
asking. I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just asking.
I realized I never saw Tom Petty, and I realized when he passed away, and I admit it took him passing to me for me to realize this.
Sure.
He meant more to me musically than probably any other musician.
I was going to say, I've heard you play and a lot of your,
Right. And the reason is because my mother was a big country music fan. She was Johnny Cash and Loretta Lynn and all of that stuff. And my father was a child of the 60s. He was a late 60s hippie. He was Led Zeppelin, he was Pink Floyd, he was
Petty, like,
Pink Floyd was
rode that
later,
gap.
but what?
Petty rode the gap.
Right. So
Yeah.
right, and he really did, and he was the one who, for me, when I first heard, and we talked about this,
We did, yep.
When I first heard "Damn the Torpedoes," it was like, oh my god,
Whoa. Yeah.
this takes my mother's country and my father's blues rock, which is really what Zeppelin is,
Yeah.
and it takes them and it mashes them together into this thing that we call, in America, we call Southern rock.
Right.
So for me, Petty meant more than anything, and it took him dying for me to realize that. But I've always loved Petty. I mean, I still remember Southern accents and the live album, "Pack Up the Plantation."
Yeah.
Are for me like that and "Damn the Torpedoes" are just such incredible records.
And to me, it's Full Moon Fever and Wildflowers, which neither one of them,
which is later Petty.
neither one of them were Heartbreakers album. Although the Heartbreakers played on those albums,
They both played on They played on both those albums, right?
I'm sorry, Chris.
I just no, you're fine. I think maybe there's not a difference between the appreciation of an artist when they pass versus, truly getting into an artist when they pass.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe there isn't. Maybe
The problem I have with an artist.
is anything that I'm getting to making
No, I know what
sense
you're
at all?
saying.
Do you know?
I know exactly what you're saying. And
I'm
the
having
problem
trouble
I have-
articulating. it.
I get it, and
Yeah,
it's
well,
because we've been
we've
drinking
been
all night.
drinking.
No, it has
hours.
not. No, I just.
No, it
I
does.
just okay, maybe it does a little bit, but I'm having trouble figuring out how to take my thoughts into words.
The problem I have with, and maybe this is your point, I don't know. The problem I have with a lot of what happens today is when an artist passes, you get this flood of people who talk about how, oh, I can't believe that so and so died, and it's like, okay, you know what? Look, you never heard him, you never listened to him, you never. you didn't care until now he's gone. And that I think is
I think you saw that with the Lincoln Park guy, Chester.
Is it Chester Bennington?
Chester Bennington, yeah.
Prince was certainly
absolutely,
right. I mean, I grew up. I think I was.
You and I grew up with Prince.
You and I grew up with Prince. I think I was 13 or 14 when
he was. Yeah, he was a little bit before my time.
86.
85, 86. Yeah. So I was 15 when Purple Rain.
I was like 8, 9.
Yeah, he was before my time.
Right. So that was huge.
But I remember like when they would they came into our gymnasium and they were all like, "We're going to do a school like fundraiser and you're going to sell cookies." And if you sell like $750,000 worth of cookies, you'll get a Prince Purple Rain poster.
Ooh.
So all you did was sell cookies.
Yeah, and nobody got the Purple Rain poster.
My father threw me out of the house and threw my VHS copy of Purple Rain out onto the street after me. That is how much Purple Rain was a big part of my growing up.
Purple Rain was a great record. It was
it was great.
It was an okay movie.
It was incredible. It was an okay movie, but it was
great album.
But when I the one and only time, and I don't want to make it sound like it happened over and I don't make it sound like it happened a lot, but the one and only time I got thrown out of the house.
Stop bringing this fucking VHS tape into my house.
One and only time I got thrown out of the house. He threw me out of the house and then followed it up with throwing my VHS copy of Purple Rain out onto the sidewalk after me. And I remember watching the VHS copy of Purple Rain smashing on the sidewalk and going, "Oh no, oh man!" Yeah, I was like so pissed.
You were more upset about that than probably anything else, right?
Well, sure, because I knew I could find someplace to sleep.
He's like, that is not the lake that is not Lake Minnetonka.
No. Yeah, well, ooh. Oh.
Dude, Vanity.
Was that Vanity or Apollonia? Which one was that?
Apollonia. I thought Apollonia was Vanity.
Are they the same person?
Yeah, I
don't know. I couldn't tell you.
They were all hot.
I don't know.
They wear all their lingerie on the outside.
All I know is that I had a thing for the bass player of the Bangles.
That was a dude, you know.
Oh, no, the bass player of the Bangles was a... Ruben just gave me that, no, don't tell him. Look.
I hate both of you guys. Seriously. You really made me question things for a minute. It's like, come on. Wait a minute, I'm going to have to have my wife play that again at karaoke some night so I can watch that video.
But the bass player of the Bangles? Come on, Susanna Hoffs. Oh, come on.
Come on, what?
Come on. Susanna Hoffs?
Yeah.
The singer?
Susanna Hoffs was the singer from the Bangles?
Jane Sibley? What was it, Sibley?
Yeah.
No, wait, are you saying I'm right? No, hold on.
Jane
hold on a minute. Are you saying...
player, wasn't she?
No, she was a guitar player.
Are you saying I'm right or I'm wrong?
All the Bangles were hot.
You're goddamn right they were.
But Susanna Hoffs was, come on.
Dude.
Oh, come on. Susanna Hoffs, when she did the walk like an Egyptian.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
And she put the tongue on her lips.
I hit it right now.
Oh,
a hazy shade of winter.
Oh, what a great movie.
Dude.
Yeah.
That was a great cover.
Remember that? It was a great cover, but remember the movie?
No.
With Robert Downey Jr.
Was that Less Than Zero?
Less Than Zero.
Yeah.
Hazy Shade of Winter was in Less Than Zero. What a great movie that was.
Can we get back to the bass player of the Bangles?
No.
Please?
That just reminds me of like the Hamilton soundtrack where they're like, can we get back to politics, please?
Okay, this is a little bit different because it's the bass player of the fucking Bangles, all right?
She was...
Dude,
all the Bangles were, and the Go-Go's too. I mean, that was
Go-Go's,
the chick rock movement.
Okay, you guys both know I'm not really into that music. I'm not really that into music. Can I just have my moment?
No,
sure, you can have it. I'll give it to you.
I won't. It's my podcast.
I hate all of you guys.
Well, sorry, Chris, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Hashtag GFY.
I'm kind of screwed.
Go ahead, dude.
All right,
I'll let you have it.
Okay, I'm good. Thanks.
All of a sudden, he's Canadian. Can I finish? I'm finished.
Canada has apologized for Bryan Adams on many occasions.
Dude, he's still releasing records.
He's still pretty damn good.
Is he?
They never even sold 6 strings at 5 and dimes. Can we just talk about for a minute? They never even sold them there.
Do you know that the summer of '69 was literally not about
It was
1969?
literally
No shit.
69. Well, right, because it's in 1969. Bryan Adams was
No shit.
4,
no shit.
5 years old.
But can we talk about the fact for a minute that at 5 and dimes, really?
they never sold 6 strings.
No.
Well, I don't know about that though. Did they?
I
think they probably did. I think there was at some point.
No.
Okay, I think there was some point. Let's put it this way: if we give up the idea that Bryan Adams was 4 years old in 1969,
That's a
or whatever
given.
he was,
That's a given.
but I think there was probably. I think they probably sold 6 strings. I think they probably sold guitars at like 5 and
6
dimes.
strings, really?
Well, I know they sold guitars at Woolworth and like when I was younger. So again, remember that I am much older than
You're
both
an
of
old
these
man.
guys.
Yeah, you're an old man.
I remember when they used to sell guitars at Sears and at Woolworths and,
Okay.
and what we used to call what technically could be called the 5 and dimes.
Sure.
They, they would sell guitars
All
there.
right,
Now, they
so
were
maybe-
shitty.
so maybe they did.
They were shitty guitars.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Although now,
what
those-
did you expect Bryan Adams to play?
But now, and Ruben will know this. Now those Sears guitars, those K guitars, and those things
Those
are
are
fucking worth.
they're
those
sought
are-
after.
Those are worth a lot.
They're really
of money.
sought after.
And the amplifiers especially, because Sears was very. Sears created a lot of those. They made a lot of those, or they sold a lot of those tube amplifiers that were like the low watt blues tube amplifiers that were the K or whatever. I don't remember if it was K. Was
Those are-
those
are the
brand.
ones-
The Sears amplifiers were K, or were they?
Those are the
I know
ones.
the guitars were Silvertone.
They were Silvertone. Okay, Silvertone. But who sold the K? There were K guitars and Silvertone amplifiers, but they were the low watt tube amplifiers that are now really sought after.
Oh, yeah.
from Sears. Yeah, for sure.
Nah, I have no fucking clue. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I just stepped out to piss. So
Oh, that's all right. I wish I had one now. I remember
Well,
having an old.
even today, tube amplifiers are sought after.
Yeah,
They just sound better.
Yeah, it depends on. I mean, now you get the ones that are mass produced.
Well, I
and
remember
fucking-
going with you to a Craigslist buy. Was that Craigslist buy for a tube amplifier, or was
that
that
was for a PV head that I bought.
Okay.
Yes.
and by PV head he means
Yeah, let's not go there.
Aw.
Yeah, that's
PV,
why I was
PV
there.
amplifiers.
I was there to do the recording of it.
You were there to make sure that neither one of us heard each other.
No, the best part was Tom was like, I remember driving up, Tom was like, all right, listen, the story is you're going to go up to the guy and tell him, hey, listen, I'm here for your protection from me. So, like, I'm there for the dude's protection
when
from
you buy
Tom.
things off of Craigslist, you have to be careful, and
Yeah, but I was like, hey, I'm here to protect you from this dude that I know because he'll beat your ass. Maybe.
I don't know.
yeah. Tom is the most fit of us sitting here in the basement for
Dude,
sure.
hey, I'm in shape. Round is a shape.
Okay,
I don't want to. I don't want to even talk about that.
Why?
Because I don't want to sound egotistical.
Yeah, because I'm like 60 pounds heavier than you are.
I'm not a small human being.
No, you're not. How tall are you? 6'2"?
6'1",
I'm 6'2".
6'1", 240.
I'm 6'2", 285. I am fat. I admit that. I'm okay with that because round is a shape.
I am not.
No, you're not, and that's okay. You're also a Sox fan. I can forgive you for both.
I sound like such a dick right now, though. I mean, like saying
Well, you
that,
are
I
what
just
you
sound
eat.
like such an ass.
I'm just letting this
Ruben's
fucking
just kind
run,
of sitting
man.
there like,
I know we're just
these
fucking
guys
taking
are
over. Ruben, I've been watching something. I want to know what you think.
Yeah,
This goes totally pop culture shit, and I'm totally changing directions.
all
I
good.
am totally hooked on Justified.
I've never seen an episode.
What is
Oh.
this? I don't even know what this is.
It started
So-
off on USA, I think, and then
FX.
FX and
So
the last
I
two
am-
seasons have gone on to Netflix.
So I am. Well, there are no last seasons. There's only 6 seasons, and it's all on Netflix now. I am not I am not gay. However, I have to admit,
there's always one dude that you would go gay for.
well,
$20 is
my
$20.
guy. So my guy. So I have mentioned this to other people before. I am not gay. However, if I were, Justin Timberlake is a very handsome man. However,
He brought sexy back.
he has brought.
But
sexy
then again,
back.
if you talk to Prince said sexy never left.
However, I will say this: Timothy Olyphant from Justified and Deadwood. He's a very sexy man. Now, again, I am not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that, to quote Jerry Seinfeld. However, this is a great fucking show.
Really?
Yes. And I got into this because I started watching, what the fuck is it on Netflix? With him and Drew Barrymore.
Oh yeah,
Santa Clarita Diet. Which is fucking fantastic.
Wasn't he also on Grey's Anatomy?
I don't know if he was on Grey's Anatomy or not, but I watched Santa Clarita Diet. Santa Clarita Diet. Jesus Christ, I've had a lot to fucking drink. I've watched that, and that was a really good show. And so I went from that to Deadwood because that was.
I didn't realize he was on Deadwood.
He was on Deadwood. He played.
That's not going to tell me nothing. I've never watched.
Doesn't matter. He's the main fucking character on Deadwood.
Is he really?
Yeah, he is. Deadwood. To be honest, Deadwood kind of sucked. If you're thinking about watching Deadwood,
that's controversial because people are like.
I know, but Deadwood is one of those shows though that because it was only 3 seasons long. Mm-hmm. For 2.5 seasons was fucking great. Like I couldn't stop watching it. Like, play next episode. Fuck yeah! But then, like at the end of that, I was like, fuck, this is fucking bullshit.
All I can think of is Deadwood, like what you have if you've been married for 30 years or 40 years.
Well, that's your problem. So.
No
I did not like the end of Deadwood at all.
Sure.
But I've started watching.
Is anyone else chuckling whenever Tom says Deadwood?
I don't know.
I hope so.
We'll have to see.
Everyone else is fucking hammered is the problem. Here's the thing. If you're listening to this right now. I've been
drinking too much Schlitz.
I strongly encourage you to start drinking heavily. You will eventually get to an even plane with the rest of us. And then things will start making sense.
You just went all math on us.
But I absolutely love Justified. It's a great show. It's really, really fucking good show.
Why?
I think because his character, Oliphant's character, is he's a. Well, I don't want to just use the general.
Use your
He's a
words.
badass.
Yeah, use words.
Use
please.
your words. Fuck you.
Right now.
No, I think it's because Oliphant's character is that troubled antihero.
Okay.
He's that guy. He's that guy who he wants to do the right thing. He wants to be the good guy, but he also is really, really troubled. Really has a lot of problems, and is
just in general.
Is kind of a dick.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean he's kind of an ass, and it's cool. And plus, the guy who plays if anyone's watching it out there, I don't know the guy. I don't know the actor's name, but the guy who plays Boyd Crowder, who is Oliphant's nemesis on the show. He's fucking fantastic. He just is fucking dead on great as this, like, this overly articulate Kentucky redneck.
Nice.
Freaking trying to prove himself as the educated redneck type of thing. He's just dead nuts perfect. And it's just
I'm going to remember that. Dead nuts.
Dead nuts perfect. It's a really, really good show. I love it. I'm totally hooked. I've been binge watching it for about 3 weeks now. I'm through like
This is on Netflix?
4 seasons.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. I love it. I fucking love it. Yeah. This is pop culture show, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes.
I just want to make sure.
What about me? What?
What are you consuming?
Other than Orville?
Yeah.
Honestly, the other show that I'm really hooked on, I got into with my wife, is Criminal Minds. And we haven't caught up with this season yet, but it's interesting watching a show because not many shows these days are around into the double-digit seasons, right? I mean, you've got The Simpsons, you got Family Guy,
Law and Order.
you got Law and Order. Well, even Law and Order, they've had a lot of spin-offs. I mean, arguably so has Criminal Minds, but other than the Orville, Criminal Minds is kind of the show that I'm still really digging. And what bothers me, and it intrigues me at the same time, is that the shit that they talk about on that show actually happens. Mm-hmm. And just some of the cases that they come up with and that they investigate. And so twofold. One, that people actually do the shit that's happening on that show, and that people can figure it out. It just it gives a whole new credit to the human species to be able to do the shit that these people do in real life. Because I know that Criminal Minds focuses a lot of their theater on actual cases or similarities to actual cases that happen. And so that the fact that people can solve this shit based on human behavior is just mind-blowing to me.
I haven't seen any of it.
Yeah. Oh, Criminal Minds is a phenomenal show. But yeah, Criminal Minds, the Orville. I am a total nerd. We've already established that. So I'm still catching up and figuring out on or getting through Star Trek Voyager, old show, but I've watched all the Star Trek straight through, and I'm at least up till now, and I'm trying to get through Voyager. But current shows, yeah, the Orville and Criminal Minds.
I have not seen Criminal Minds at all. But
Criminal Minds is it's. If you
I'm
want
a big fan of all the series.
Honestly, if you dig Breaking Bad, Criminal Minds is kind of it's not the same idea, but it's the same concept.
That's the one that what's his name? Indigo Montoya. He was on that one.
Indigo Montoya. Who the fuck is that?
Oh,
Princess Bride.
Oh, okay.
On Breaking Bad?
No. Princess Bride.
He was on
he was the
Criminal
fucking,
Minds. He was the original guy.
I've tried to completely ignore or completely forget everything about Princess Bride because that's a horrible movie.
It's an incredible movie.
Oh my god,
dude!
What?
I would rather watch Navy SEALs twice.
Well,
dude,
that's
dude. Charlie Sheen, Rick Rossovich is my hero. Okay. Seriously, Navy SEALs, outstanding. I just yesterday.
I'm trying, people. I'm trying.
Did I just get really?
Everyone just got muted.
Really, I just got muted. Really, I just got muted. Really, I just yesterday I watched Top Gun. Why? Rick Rossovich. That's why. And I'm getting muted again. Oh no, I'm not. Okay.
Has anyone started watching Stranger Things season 2?
I've seen the first 3 episodes
of season 2.
Yes.
Wait a minute. It came out yesterday.
I didn't have to leave for work until about 2:00 this afternoon.
Okay, and is it any good?
It's fucking good.
So I will watch this because Winona Ryder's in it, and how do you not watch Winona Ryder, right? I mean, come on, fuck. But
even though she looked like Hillary Clinton with the balloons.
No. Come on.
Dude,
stop it.
At the Emmys?
Stop it.
Dude, at the Emmys?
Don't
you
fucking...
saw the video.
You
saw the video.
I don't watch the Emmys because I don't...
You saw the video.
I don't watch the Emmys, and I didn't watch the video. I didn't. No, because Winona Ryder is... No. Winona Ryder is the hottest...
The most successful
ever
fucking
lived on the planet.
Shoplifter
I don't care. I don't care.
Round 3.
I don't
Fight.
care.
Fatality.
I don't care.
Finish him.
I don't. I don't care that she's a shoplifter. I don't care that I know. No, Winona Ryder is. Come on.
Yeah. So I'm 3 episodes in, and it's fucking good.
Is it really good?
It's pretty goddamn good.
All right, I'll have to watch it. Have you seen the first episode? Have you seen the first season, Chris?
Of what?
Stranger Things?
Fuck no.
I
Dude,
don't
I
think so.
I just admitted I watched Navy SEALs like a motherfucker. Wait, you really think I'm watching shit
All
like
right,
that?
here we go. Stranger Things. Did you enjoy the Goonies?
What?
The Goonies.
Goonies. Have you seen?
I've
Goonies?
heard of it.
What the fuck?
Did I just
What is
get-
that noise?
That's Ruben trying to pretend that he's kicking me out of his
Get
studio.
the fuck out.
Stranger Things on Netflix is worth watching.
Dude,
It's good. I don't know that it earns the.
It gets the love.
Did you ever finish Weeds?
Yeah, I did. I did finish the whole series.
Stranger Things?
Was it a disappointment?
Yeah, it's a disappointment.
Okay, because I remember like past the second season. The other thing that I need to get back to is It's Always Sunny.
It's Always Sunny is the greatest comedy. That's the greatest the greatest.
Honestly, I've only watched
the greatest non-animated comedy that there ever has been.
I'm in
ever,
the
of all
I'm in
time,
the Danny
forever and
DeVito.
ever and ever and ever. And
I'm
ever.
in the early parts of the Danny DeVito, but I haven't.
Danny wasn't even in the first season.
Yeah, he was.
No, he was not.
No, he
The
wasn't.
First season?
No,
it was the second season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Always Sunny. Is
I think
the
I'm in
greatest
like season
comedy.
3 or 4.
It's Always Sunny is come
Pretty
on.
goddamn
it's
good.
Fucking
That's
hysterical.
really
I mean, Jesus.
I remember when you were
from the very fucking first episode, the gang gets racist.
I remember when you were.
Jesus Christ! It's like, good Lord.
I remember when you were telling me about it. You're like, dude, almost every episode I piss my pants.
It's fucking great. I love it. I fucking I fucking laugh my ass off. Oh, jeez. But yeah, I love It's Always Sunny. Come on, that's the best. That's the best comedy ever. That's fucking.
But dude, Stranger Things.
okay.
Stranger Things is
cut off.
worth watching. I have to admit, I thought the end of it. I thought it started great and it ramped up really good. But then it was like fuck.
Yeah, but the end leads to the
Come on.
beginning of the second season.
The end. What?
Led to the beginning.
Well, yeah, of
the
course it
second
does.
season.
Of course it ends to be. Of course it does. But I
it's
don't know.
good.
I wasn't. I wasn't a big fan of the ending. I just thought it was kind of like disappointing. And I thought the same thing of the OA. Somebody asked me today if I thought the OA on Netflix was worth watching.
I've heard mixed reviews about the OA.
Have you seen it?
No.
I have to say it's not worth watching. I enjoyed the build up. I enjoyed a lot of the tension that it brings and a lot of the story that is there, but ultimately at the end it's a lot of weirdness and strangeness that's building up to a very, very lackluster, disappointing ending. It's just
Really?
not interesting. It's like you get through however many episodes it was. I don't remember if it was. I think it was 10, 12,
between 10 and 13, I'm
episodes.
sure.
That was right. You get to that point of like 13 episodes where it's like, you get to like 10, 11, and you're going, oh my God, I got to know how this ends. I got to know how this goes. And then you get to episode 13, and you're like, oh, fuck. That was stupid. It's like, yeah, okay, and I kind of felt the same way with Stranger Things. And my daughter loves both of those shows.
Well, but you
Stranger Things and the OA, but
like you're also a huge horror movie fan as well.
yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm not.
So, like, I could see you being
Yes, I am.
disappointed with Stranger Things, expecting more from it.
I want to see things get dark and twisted and fucking mangled and oof. Yeah.
Do you remember? Do you remember when we saw Godzilla?
I fell
wasn't
asleep.
around for that.
I fell asleep.
You weren't
in
okay.
Godzilla.
So the best. So I remember. Okay, so you always talk about. I think it was either you or Jonesy or both. All of you guys talk about busting out laughing during horror scenes, right? Because there's just you guys know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Okay, you guys are looking at a picture. Tom is doing inappropriate things right now. Anyway, so
Tom's doing stranger.
yeah, the stranger. So anyway, so I busted out laughing at the scene in the new Godzilla where Godzilla takes whatever the creature's called, he rips his head open and breathes fire down his throat. Because all I could think of was Full Metal Jacket. I will unscrew your head and shit down
your neck.
That was all, and everybody's like turning around, looking at me like, "What the fuck is this guy laughing about?" Because I will unscrew your head and shit down your neck.
I was not a big fan of the new Godzilla. Oh.
What? Why?
No, I was not. I don't know why. Because I really, really enjoy Godzilla movies, but that was just not.
It wasn't what I expected. That's for sure.
That was Michael Bay, right?
Everything is Michael Bay.
Everything was Michael Bay. Yeah. Jesus.
Sorry, I've hit that point of hammered where I'm just not even fucking half.
You're not even paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a big fan. I just wasn't a big fan of the Godzilla thing. I don't know.
You know what it is? It's been done 100,000 times.
Well,
before.
it's
That's
just
the way it is with every Michael
with
Bay
no
movie.
update and no
no right. There's
making
no
it exciting
change.
anymore.
There's nothing new. I mean,
Right.
And to be honest, that latest Godzilla movie wasn't even like there wasn't even a whole lot of like CGI that I could look at and go, oh well, this is fucking badass. It wasn't even. It just was whatever. I don't know,
Dude, that's why we wait for Star Wars.
Well, it's another month and a half, right?
Yeah, I already got my tickets.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
they're out now. Yeah, I thought about that. I thought about getting my tickets already, but I'm not. That's an interesting story. So I was in San Francisco recently, and I had not seen Rogue One.
Really?
Okay.
I hadn't seen. I didn't go to. Theater.
I know this story.
Yeah, I didn't go to theater to see Rogue One, and
I knew you were in San Francisco, but I don't.
So we went to San Francisco, a family vacation kind of thing, whatever. And
Right.
We were walking. You know, we were out, and we were on. We were at Haight-Ashbury, and because how do you go to San Francisco and not go to Haight-Ashbury? So we went to Haight-Ashbury, and there was a chick standing there fucking selling joints on the corner.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, I remember
shit.
the story.
How do you not? I mean, I'm in San Francisco. I'm at Haight-Ashbury. Okay. Yeah, fuck. Let me just tell you, Rogue One was fucking awesome.
After a joint?
Fucking awesome.
After a joint.
It was. I don't
I've
know.
seen it without a joint.
What was it?
Fucking awesome.
Okay.
Well, what was it? An hour and a half? Hour and 40 minutes?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2 hours? Okay. Felt like 6 hours. And it was the greatest fucking 6 hours I've had in the last 20 years.
I actually do remember you telling me about this. Yeah.
Fucking fantastic. What a great movie. If they didn't make this movie for if they didn't design this movie for you being high, they should have, because it was fucking incredible.
Maybe you should send that in as a prerequisite for the next.
It was fucking amazing. It was just fantastic. It was a lot like, I remember like watching They Live when I was like years ago. The first time I ever saw They Live.
Yeah.
And I remember when I saw They Live with Roddy Piper. If you haven't seen this, movie, They Live,
Find it. Go see it.
well, no. Don't watch it. Don't go see They Live unless you can
You're
rip
high.
a couple of bongs or smoke a couple of joints beforehand. Because if you watch They Live, it's fucking stupid. And you're going to be sitting there going, "Oh, jeez, when is this fucking over? Come on!"
But if you rip a couple bongs,
But if you pull a couple bongs or you rip a joint before you watch this movie. It is the fucking great. The fight scene alone will feel like it lasts 3 hours.
It's the longest fight scene in the history of film. It's like 24 minutes long.
Wow.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's incredible.
I just remember it feeling like it was like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right, guys.
Are we still recording?
No.
Yeah, and we're still recording.
You're talking about ripping bongs.
I'm just talking.
Yeah, I know.
At this point, I'm not even
Ruben's over here
I'm not even
At this
falling
point,
about
I'm
it.
fucking like I'm hammered at this point. So
Hey,
there's so much more that I wanted to cover.
well, and
but
two of the
we're gonna
three of
to-
us have small children, so
Yeah, I was up at 4:00 this morning. So
yeah.
So yeah, usually like I'd be more up for conversation. I'm fucking hammered and I'm tired. So for Pop Goulash this week, I'm Ruben.
And I'm Tom.
I'm Chris.
Be kind to each other.
Hey, and
Pimp
do I
your
get
shit.
to promote? Do I get to promote our
pimp your
shit? Okay.
Go for it,
you
TJ.
can you can find us at iTunes at iTunes at It's
I
All
was gonna say
Broke.
Pop Goulash.
No.
Okay, check us out on iTunes at It's All Broke. We have Facebook, It's All Broke, Twitter, It's All Broke, Instagram, It's All Broke, or itsallbroke.com. Podcast at itsallbroke.com is our email. Check us out.
Right. We're a political podcast that kind of fucking
Derails.
derails and
We have a lot of fun. We talk about a lot of bullshit.
fuck the government. But
Amen. I'm Chris.
I'm Tom.
Hood. Catch you bitches.
Cheers, mate.
So then, immediately following that, what happened in the next 6 months is I developed a cyst on that same ball that was like this.
So you had a buddy ball.
I basically had 3 balls, right? And
That's,
so I
what,
was
I,
like,
that's
so
what I have.
I went to the doctor and I said, "Fuck, dude, this is not right." And he said, "Oh yeah, we'll take that out." So we took that out, and then 6 months later, I developed a cyst that looks like this on that ball.
You know,
so
if you
I
hit it
still,
with a hammer, that cyst will go away.
dude.
So something just loves that ball.
Because I've got a cyst that pops up on one of my fingers every now and again. I smack it with a fucking hammer and it'll fucking go away.
I'm not smacking my balls with it.
Dude, that would be a pay-per-view right there.
I'll tell you what. If I get drunk enough tonight, I'll let you smash my balls with a hammer.